Kelly File segment tonight, City of Philadelphia. There are 59 divisions where no one voted for Mitt Romney. No one. That apparently translated into President Obama getting 19,600 votes, Mitt Romney getting nothing. Is that even possible? Here now, Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly, who anchored the election coverage for us last week. 19,600 to nothing.
So it didn't go that well for Mitt Romney in certain districts within the Philadelphia precincts.
This is impossible. I'm sorry.
It's possible.
One or two people.
It's actually, well,
no.
It's same thing happened with McCain. Same thing.
Is it really?
Almost
was it a duplicate?
Same
How many did McCain get in these precincts?
It was 59 voting districts, they call them, that didn't go, in which Romney got none. 57. McCain got none. None.
Zero.
Bupkis, zero, not one.
You don't think there's a little shenanigans going on or something like that?
I don't think so, because I haven't heard any reason to think so. I mean, it's not like Republicans had some huge numbers in these precincts up until Romney, you know?
Now, these are largely African-American?
Almost uniformly black.
Okay.
And almost uniformly inner city.
Right.
And not particularly wealthy. And the Philadelphia Inquirer actually went out there and said, we're going to get to the bottom of this. And so they spent a couple days just searching to try to find one Republican. They couldn't do it.
It was 95% of African Americans across the country supported Barack Obama.
93%.
93.
Barack Obama won 93%.
And seven African Americans, 7% voted for Mitt Romney.
Yes.
But none of those seven wandered into Philadelphia in these precincts.
No. I mean, it's not that surprising when you consider the socio.
19,600 to nothing is surprising.
Well,
it's surprising.
I mean, you'd think at least it'd be an error.
Maybe
somebody tried to hit Obama,
person was drunk and their finger hit the wrong thing. No, think of the odds. Maybe making a mistake or anything.
Two in a row. 2 election cycles in a row, as I said.
I mean,
look. But listen, it didn't just happen here. Apparently, there are sort of smaller divisions within precincts where this happened in Cleveland. Same thing. Romney got bupkis.
Right.
And then last time around with McCain, precincts within Chicago, Atlanta, and Philly. Once again, 0 votes for John McCain. So you are not concerned, Megyn Kelly, not concerned. No, I haven't seen anything to concern me.
Right.
And there are some districts or some precincts in Utah that went all Romney, but it wound up to be like 17 people.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of people.
It's very rural.
Right. And the 17 people in Utah were all in one family. No, that's a joke. Don't get mad. I'm coming to Utah, and I'll take care of you.
I only laughed at the humor. I was an innocent bystander.
Right. All right, now, Asian Americans broke for the president 73%. Yeah. Asian Americans, totally different situation, usually economically, than African Americans. With that, it's a whole different culture, obviously. Why are Asian Americans so democratic?
Well, it's funny because I was trying to read up on this and figure that out because you asked me to do that. And you read all these articles that you tell me they seem to have somewhat of a bias in them because they talk about how Asians have degrees in math and science and have a natural aversion to the GOP's theories on climate change. Because anybody who has an education in math and science would clearly reject any Republican views on climate change.
Who wrote that article? MoveOn.org or something?
I mean, that's the point. There's take it all with a grain of salt, but it's clear that the Asians are siding with the Democratic Party.
Let's put the crazy ideologues aside, all right? Let's assume that, like everyone else, Asian Americans are primarily interested in the economy, in getting ahead, and there's a lot of entrepreneurial stuff going on in the Asian community. They obviously said, we believe in the democratic point of view, the larger government, let's control the economy a little bit more than the GOP. That doesn't seem... I'm surprised by that.
Well, there's a couple of theories. I mean, one of the big mysteries of this to me was that same point. So if they tend to be on the higher socioeconomic scale, and you look at the exit polls, and people who make over $100,000 a year tend to decide with Mitt Romney, then why did they do this? Well, then you look a little deeper, and it looks like most of the Asian voters that they surveyed, and most of the Asian voters that they're looking at, come from New York and California. Well, those are 2 very blue states.
No, but that's where primarily the Asian communities are, though.
Right. So what I'm saying is, they're
in the Democratic machine.
They're surrounded by
But I don't know why they would get into the Democratic machine anyway. What was the Asian American vote, the raw vote? I'm looking for it here. How many?
In 2012, as a percentage of the electorate, they were 3%, and it went 73% Obama, 26% Romney.
And African Americans were 10%, right? Around 10%.
Yeah, a little higher than that.
A little higher than that this time, because they weren't quite as high as last last time.
Yeah, but they're saying that both parties need to pay attention to the Asian vote because it's a
well, if you put together the Latino vote, the African American vote, and the Asian vote, it's 25% of the, and then the women, they broke for Romney, and that was the end of it.
But the Democrats
they vote for Obama.
Have been reaching out to the Asian community more than the Republicans.
Reaching out? How do you do that? How do you reach out to the Asian
target
community?
them with your advertising. I don't. I'm not taking that.
No,
bait. What did I come on here
I want to know how you reach out. I'd like to reach out. I just don't know how. I want to reach. All right.
I think it's time to wrap.
Okay, Megyn Kelly, everyone. Plenty more.